The following is a presentation from the MJCast, the internet's premier podcast on all things Michael Jackson.
You're listening to the MJCast by MJ fans for MJ fans.
The idea is to innovate, or else why am I doing it?
When I create my music, I feel like an instrument of nature.
You let it create itself, really. I know I do. And I love to entertain. That's one of my favorite things. I love my fans. Just simply Michael Jackson.
Welcome to the MJCast, your source of news and discussion on the King of Pop. Hello and welcome to a special episode of the MJCast. It's Friday the 14th of August 2015. I'm Jamin Bull and I'm here with Q and a very special guest by the name of Christophe Charlot, author of Travelling with a King, Michael Jackson's first ever travel guide.
Travelling with a King is a brilliant new book that is an absolute must-have for any Michael Jackson fans out there who also love travel. Through this book, you will learn about some of the most important physical locations in the world for MJ fans, whether they are places Michael himself loved frequenting or places that commemorate him in some way. There is just so much out there to explore in the terms of Michael. Christophe, welcome to the MJ Cast. We're so happy to have you on the show.
Hey, I'm happy too. Thank you for taking the time to call me.
Absolute pleasure.
Yeah, that's all good, Christophe. We're just so sorry you've got to be up after midnight to do this interview.
It's a pleasure.
So whereabouts are you? I think you're in Brussels, right? In Belgium.
Yes, I'm in Brussels, Belgium. So it's midnight here and it's a good day.
Oh, I'm glad it's improved because when we spoke yesterday, you said the weather was pretty bad.
No, it was good. It was good today.
It's summer over there, isn't it?
Yes, it's summer.
So is it hot days?
Well, in Belgium, it's never really hot days, but it's good days at the moment. It's about 30 degrees, so it's hot.
That's pretty warm.
That's good because in Australia it's the middle of winter and I'm like freezing my toes off right now. I really should have socks on or something.
So
you have to
Perth,
come to Belgium.
So in Perth today, I think today, because it's winter here as well, it's sunny and clear and 25 degrees, and it's the middle of winter, 25 degrees.
Wow, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That's 77 degrees for our US listeners, who are the odd ones out.
Oh yeah, okay.
So yeah, 25. It has rained like some days this winter, but yeah, it's probably about 10 degrees or 8 degrees now. But during the day, it's usually pretty clear and stuff here in Perth for winter.
Okay, because you're beginning your day today.
Yes, it's 6:30 in the morning here, and 8:30 for Queensland, where Jamin is.
Yeah, pretty reasonable time for me. But Q, you've got up before the sun's come up, I think.
Yeah, it's pitch black outside still.
Oh well,
thank God.
The things we do for the show.
The things we do for the show, but I love winter, so. I don't mind if the sun's not up. I wish the sun stayed down like this in summer as well.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I like it cold as well because you can rug up and be nice and warm. And
yes. But greetings to our Belgium fans and thank you for the chocolate that you guys make in Belgium because I love Belgium chocolate.
Mm-mm.
Okay, right.
Belgium chocolate is very famous.
I've never actually been there,
Yes.
but you've travelled to Belgium, haven't you, Q?
Antwerp, that's in Belgium, right?
Right.
Yes,
Right.
I've been to Antwerp.
Okay, and you taste the Belgian beer, right?
No, I don't drink beer. Sorry. I don't
No
drink
problem.
beer. I have tried beer, but to me they all taste the same and it's yucky.
Okay.
What kind of Aussie am I?
Exactly. Well, definitely not a bogan one, that's for sure.
No.
Christophe, Q and I were just talking over the last couple of days, and we didn't actually realize until recently that you're actually the editor as well of MJ Backstage magazine. Can you tell us a bit about that publication before we talk about the book?
Yes, of course. The MJ Backstage is a French-speaking magazine here in Belgium and in France. We launched it about 15 years, and well, it's a totally Michael Jackson dedicated magazine, and we are talking about Michael, about his life, about his heart, And well, it's okay, simply a, a Jackson magazine, and we make interviews of people who worked with Michael, like Saida Garrett, Jonathan Moffett, or people like this, or people from the Jackson family, like the Jacksons, Jackie Jackson, Tweety. The idea is to talk about Michael, making reports, sharing our passion with all the fans there. So, but at the moment it's only in French.
Only in French. Oh, well, that's okay. There's a lot of French fans who'd love it, I'm sure.
For the moment.
Oh, that's great. The more MJ publications that can get out there, I think the better. The more positive, publications that people can enjoy. They're really great.
So 15 years MJ Backstage has been going for. That's quite a long time for a magazine. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's quite an achievement. I remember even some English ones that used to pop up now and again when I was growing up didn't last very long at all. So 15 years, that's very impressive.
Yeah, but it's sometimes I have to be honest. Sometimes we had less magazine during the year. Normally it's 4 magazine during 1 year, and it happened to that we only had 1 or 2. I mean, in the beginning of the 2000s, after the Invincible period, that was there was less news, less things to say, so we had a little bit less magazine. But now we have about 4 magazine a year. We are working on the 30th magazine.
Oh, wow, 30th magazine. That'd be great. Yeah, just drop us a line and tell us when that comes out. We'd love to get the news out there about that as well.
Okay, no problem.
So not only are you the editor of MJ Backstage magazine, but now you're also an author. Can you tell us exactly about your book and what Traveling with a King is?
Well, as you said, it's simply a travel book. So it's like a Lonely Planet or something like this, but it's fully dedicated to Michael Jackson. The idea was to bring to the fans all kind of location related to Michael Jackson. It can be places where Michael Jackson went during his tours. It can be places where you can find something like a Hard Rock Cafe with a special memorabilia, or Madame Tussauds museum, like wax statues. Well, everything which is related to Michael Jackson, you can find it in the book.
So it's like I guess you could say it's sort of like a Lonely Planet travel book, but a Michael Jackson version.
Yeah, that's right. It's totally the same idea. It's not really innovative because it's a travel book. The idea was to have a travel book on an entertainer like Michael Jackson. That was the first time I think it's the first time there's a book like this. So well, it's not. You don't have to have only this book when you're traveling. It's also interesting to have your Lonely Planet because we are focusing on Michael Jackson places. When if you go to Paris, it's interesting to have information about other places. So it's completing a Lonely Planet when you travel.
Yeah, I mean, being a Michael Jackson fan of around 15 years myself and following, his, every moves pretty closely throughout, the period when he was alive after Invincible, I kind of began to catalogue in the back of my head, like all the special places where he was going or performing or, any places around the world where there's commemorative locations like statues and different things like that, and I kind of locked all of that away in the back of my head. But I just think it's amazing that we now have an actual physical book that MJ fans can buy to reference when they're traveling around the world, where these special places are that they can actually visit.
Yeah, that's the idea, because it's our personal experience when you traveled. Before we made the book, for myself, I always went to a country or a city and I was looking for something related to Michael. Record shops, I was always looking for records, so I tried to find some great record shops. I wanted to know if Michael ever went in the city and make some concerts, and trying to see something related to Michael. So the idea was to bring all together in one book, and that's Traveling with the King.
So you obviously wrote this book with, is it Antoine Cardinaux?
Right.
How did you both originally meet?
Well, Antoine is also a fan. He's a French fan. He's living in France, and it's funny because well, we never really met before before we began to write the book. We exchange messages by email, by Facebook, and the first time it was Antoine who sent me a message, and he told me, well, I would like to write some report in the MJ Backstage magazine. His idea was to make something like geographical. He wanted to make a focus on some places, and I said, well, okay, it's interesting, but which location do you want to put in your reports? You have 2 or 3 pages. It's not enough. There are places all around the world. So I was joking, and I say you can put everything in 2 pages or 3 pages or 4 pages in a magazine. You have to make a book, and it was a joke, but finally we decided we decided to do it. It was a crazy idea because I was saying that there will. It's not easy to find everything. It will take years to put everything in a book, but we decided to try and to make it.
And how did each of you guys contribute to the project individually? Like, I understand that you focused geographically on different locations according to your own passions around Michael, but did you also split the roles, like one person was in charge of design and publishing and another person was in charge of writing? What did you guys each bring to the project?
Well, indeed, we decided to wrote together different parts of the book. So Antoine chose some countries, and I do other countries. It was a choice of expertise, but also a choice of feeling. I ever went to Japan, and I found that it was a wonderful country. So I wanted to make it, and we decided to work to not together on each country, but do it apart. So it was more easy to work like this, and also we had different role in the project. For example, I'm the publisher, and so I'm more working on the promotion, like I'm doing interview with you. Uh, Antoine is more shy for that kind of stuff. But he's making the logistic very well. So we are completing each other for the project.
So you and Antoine have both been fans of Michael for a very long time.
Yes, I think. I'm a fan since the Dangerous Area, so it's about 23 years, I think, for me. And Antoine is fan since the Bad Area, so it's quite a little bit longer. So it's long.
That's pretty long.
But we are not so old. I have to I have to say we are not so old.
You're probably like me. I was a fan from the Dangerous era, so I was like a boy
Okay.
at that time.
Yeah, right, indeed.
I've got a question for you, Christoph. This is one for our big Michael fans out there. That there's a lot of people that want to know what your favorite MJ era is, what your favorite album is, and your favorite tour.
Wow, that's so difficult to say. There are so great area. Well, difficult, but I would say there are so great moments in my career. But I would say the history album is one of my favorites. That's because it's the most personal record of Michael. I think there are so wonderful songs on it, and I was young at this time, but I lived everything during this time. I had the chance to live the release of the album, the wait before the album, and then the day it was released. And I went to the record shop, and we were waiting for the singles, the video at that moment. And of course, there was the history tour. I had the chance to assist to a few concerts. I made the Prague concert, the first one,
Wow.
two concerts in Paris, in Amsterdam. So it was really a great time, and I made a lot of friends during this time. So I would say history is one of my favorite, but also I like Dangerous because that's the album, the first album I begin to love of Michael. So I also love Bad. I also love Thriller, but I would say Story probably, yeah. Because there are so many memories of this time.
So you got to see Michael in a few of the History Tour concerts in Europe, which would have been incredible. Did you get to see him in person anywhere else?
Well, not really. I saw him in concert a few times. So during the History Tour, and then I went to the Jackson and Friends concert in Munich, in Germany.
Wow.
Yes, it was wonderful seeing the master on stage. It was such a genius. Well, I feel it was a really entertainer, probably the best ever. I also had the chance to see him a few times at his hotel in Paris or Munich. In front of the hotel, I was like waiting hours and hours and hours and hours in front of the hotel. That was crazy, but I never had the chance to have a private meeting with Michael. Unfortunately, it never happened. But I
But
had
the
great memories of the time.
Yeah, the hotel experiences are always fun. We got to do I got to do the hotel experience in Brisbane, in Australia, and here in Perth. And yeah, I'll always remember standing out there in the cold and seeing Michael as a tiny little dot up on top of the hotel, waving down, or leaving in a car and stuff like that. It's always with like all the excitement of the fans around you. It's it's a moment that you won't forget.
Yeah, and sometimes you were waiting hours and hours, but you didn't see anything because you was sleeping, or he was not going outside of the hotel and never showed up at the window. But it was funny talking with the fans and waiting just to have maybe a chance to see a window or something. I don't know. But sometimes nothing happens, so it was funny.
Christoph, what careers do you have outside of writing a Michael Jackson book, both for yourself and Antoine as well?
Well, writing the book was not a work. It's only a passion. It's not about money. Otherwise, I would do something else. But it's about doing a great project. So my real work is journalist. I'm an economic journalist here in Belgium, and specialized in technology. That's my work, and of course during my free time it's all about my family, of course, first of all, but also about Mike Jackson, so the MG Backstage magazine and the books. It takes a lot of time, but that's a passion, so that's great. That's great to do.
Can you remember what sort of made you a Michael Jackson fan in the first place?
I would say that it was a single, Who Is It? That's the first single I really heard. I had the single at my home. My brother bought the single, and I hear it, and I never stop listening to it. I think 1 million times probably. I hear the song at the moment. I was listening to the single and the remix in random. So all day long, in the evening, in the morning, all day long, I was listening to the song with it. I felt it was really a wonderful song. And then I discovered that I had at my house some other albums that was from my sister or from my brother, I don't know. And everything was so perfect. So I wanted to hear more and more, and to listen again and again to Michael Jackson voice. I'm more a fan of the music. I love everything of the artist, of course, but what is the most attractive for me is the music and his voice. That's probably the first step of my passion.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and especially on Who Is It? I think that's an incredible song, and I love watching him perform that song a cappella and with the beatboxing on the Oprah interview. It's just I always go back to that and watch that. It's incredible, I think.
Yeah, that's right. The beatbox at the beginning was, wow, incredible.
Yeah, mind-blowing. I just got to ask as well, Christoph, how much Michael-related travel had you actually done yourself before the idea of the book came to you and Antoine?
Well, I don't know exactly how much, but since years, I always, well, I never, before I wrote the book, I never made really a Jackson trip. But I always tried to add some Jackson touches to every travel I made. When I was traveling, as I said, I was looking for record shops to buy some stuff for my collection. I was looking for hard rock cafes, wax statues everywhere. I don't know how many. I had the chance to go to California, for example, before Michael passed away. I also had the chance to went to Japan. It was not really Jackson trips, but there was Jackson touch in every trip. When I go to Paris, for example, I try to see some places where he went, or to discover some other locations. So difficult to say how many travels related to Michael. Really, every travel is Michael related.
Christoph, could you discuss for us how the book is set out? Is it alphabetized or is it by country?
So yes, the book is categorized by countries. We felt it was a more easy way for the fans to find right places in each country. When you travel to Japan, for example, I always talking about Japan, but I really love this country.
I agree. I love Japan. It's one of my favorite countries. Incredible place.
You ever went to Japan?
Yes, many times. I love it there. I miss going there. It's been about 3-4 years since I've been, but yeah, I miss it very much.
Okay, it's not so far from Australia, or it's far, but
It's only about 8 or 9 hours, I think. 8 hours.
8 hours. Okay. So well, sorry. It's organized by countries, and into each country is by cities. So when people decide where they want to go, it's more easy to find the right places in every part of the world. So we felt it was a more easy way to find the right location.
So obviously you do love Japan, and you've mentioned that a few times. What are
Yeah.
some of the best locations in the book, in your opinion?
Oh wow! It's like Mike Jackson's song. There are so many good. Well, it's really difficult because in the French version of the book we have about 500 locations, and in the English we decided to make two parts of the book. So there is book one which is released, and book two which will be released next year. But in the first part we have more than 200 locations. So to say one location is the best, it's difficult. But of course I would say Neverland. Neverland, it's where Michael lived, and when you go around there, of course you can't enter the house, but you can feel all the atmosphere there. That's really a moving trip when you go there. I will also I really love the Thriller House. I don't know if you know this location in Los Angeles. Indeed, you can see the house. It's the house never changed, so it's there, and you can feel you are in the video of Thriller. That's really impressive. Well, there are some great places that never changed, like the Monte Carlo bar in Los Angeles. That's the place where the Beat It video was shot. You can enter it and have a coffee, for example. That's exciting. And if I would say another great location, which is here in Europe, there is the giant history statue. You know it, the statue which was made for the promotion of the history album.
Is that the one at the McDonald's in Best in
Right.
the Netherlands?
Yeah, that's it.
I will get there
That's
one day. I have all of my family-in-law, my husband's family are all in Rotterdam. And
Okay.
every time I go, I was like, can we drive to Best? And often we don't even have it. We don't have a rental car, or we're very
Mhm.
busy. So we have not got to see the statue at Best yet. But I love their
Yep.
group on Facebook, and I will go and see that statue one day because it's just been refurbished and it looks spectacular.
Yeah. You have to see it. It's incredible to have a so big Michael Jackson statue. Well, but it's in front of a McDonald's, but
Which I love
whatever.
McDonald's, so that works out perfectly.
Okay, but the statue is really great, so you have to see it to believe it. That's incredible.
Now, does the book just cover physical and geographical locations, or are there also experiences such as MJ1 and things like that?
Well, no, it's not. It's more about physical location, geographical location. We only suggest fans to take an helicopter trip on the Netherlands area. There, that's an experience. But most of the location are physical location. Well, as you publish a book like this in paper, you have to find stuff that doesn't change too quickly. But if I mention some experience like shows or something like this, and the show stop, or the show goes somewhere else,
Yeah.
that's difficult. So we have some geographical location that's into it.
So the idea was to make the book as timeless as possible by just talking about physical locations, because if a show like stopped running or something like that in the future, it would become irrelevant if a fan traveled to that location.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, that's definitely the idea. When you, as I say, when you make a paper book, paper doesn't change. But we have also a website, and we are going to put more content, more up to date content there, and probably we could mention some experience like shows or something like this for people traveling. But at the moment, it's not the case. So that's a new idea. We can make it. We can make it.
Yeah, Christoph, I wouldn't mind just reading out an excerpt from the book, if that's okay with you, just for our listeners to get a bit of an experience of what reading it is actually like. I've located a great little section in one of the chapters, in the Las Vegas chapter, which is just great to read. There's a little section in there on the Venetian Hotel Casino and the Madame Tussauds Museum. So I might just read that, if that's okay.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, of course.
So opened in 1999, the hotel used Venice, Italy as its design inspiration and used to have 4,000 rooms. In 2008, the Venetian merged with the Palazzo and became the largest hotel in the world with 7,000 rooms. The design is pretty amazing and features replicas of famous Venetian landmarks such as St. Mark's Square, the Doge's Palace, or the famous gondolas. The hotel also has a nightclub and a Madame Tussauds museum, which contains a Michael Jackson wax statue. Inside of the Resort Hotel Casino Venetian, you will find the Regis Gallery store. Doesn't sound familiar to you? This is where Michael used to antique shop. It is this exact place that we see in Martin Bashir's controversial documentary, Living with Michael Jackson. At the store's entrance, screens are now broadcasting the documentary, and Michael's music is played inside the boutique. You've also got great information in there about the address of the location if somebody wants to actually physically get there, the times it actually opens, the entrance fees, the website for the building, the phone number. It's just so well laid out. I don't think anyone could not have a well-planned trip if they follow this book.
Yeah, that's the idea. We try to be the most accurate as possible to give all kind of information that can be helpful for the fans when they travel. Of course, when you are preparing your trip, it's always better to have a look to everything, because things might change, and we explain it very well in the introduction of the book, that's an help to organize their trip. But people have to verify to check before some stuff. It's always better because things might change. Some restaurant can be closed. So they have to check. But the idea is to bring some more information, and also I don't know if you see it. We rate every location. We put some, not stars, but that's the Michael Jackson feet.
Oh, right, the
You can
little
see there.
MJ logos. I see.
Yeah, MJ logos. So, some have one. If it's not really interesting, if it's nice to see, but it's not the best place. And we put three feet, so it's like a 3-star location. If it's really the must-see places, and so it can give an help to the fan to decide if they have to go there or not to go there, depending on their trip and their timing. So that's the idea, to be really helpful and really helpful to the fans.
That's pretty cool that you've got like a few locations of the Venetian. We stayed there this year actually on our Vegas holiday, and it was an incredible, mind-blowing hotel. But yeah, there was a few places that I recognized, and there was a magic shop in that resort that Michael used to love visiting, the magic store. So I got to walk around the magic store and just imagine Michael being in there watching the little magic tricks at the front counter and stuff. So that's really cool. So you mentioned earlier that there's actually going to be 2 editions of the English version of the book. So the first one is obviously focused on North, Central, and South America, with some other specific locations in Europe and Asia. How will the second edition be different, and when should we expect it?
Well, indeed, it will be different, because the first part, we decided to make 2 books because it was more easy to bring when you're traveling. The French edition was a full book with every places all around the world. But when you're traveling to United States, for example, you don't need all the parts about Japan, about Africa, about Australian. Sorry for Australian, but you don't need it when you're traveling. And we decided to make some smaller books, and to have 2 books in place of one. And the first one is, as you said, about United States and South America mainly, and the second will be completely different because it will be location in Europe, Asia, Australia, and Africa. So it will be different because it's different countries simply.
Christoph, will this be an ongoing project with many different editions to come out of your books? Like, obviously, with the Lonely Planet series, those books are continuously updated over time. Are you looking to continue to update these over time as well?
Well, to be honest, that was the first idea. Indeed, to have one book every year. That was the first idea, but now we are thinking a little bit differently, because we feel that the locations don't change so much, so it doesn't really make sense to release one book each year. Well, as I said, it's not about money; it's about doing things right. So I think that if there is no added value to make a book each year, we don't have to make it, and to release a new version that have not so many changes that make no sense following me. So, well, you never know, but first, I think that there is other idea for the moment. But first of all, we need to finish the book 2, the translation of the book 2, and to make it right, and then we will think about what we can do. Of course, we can add some more countries. For example, we don't have Thailand or Greece. There are some countries which are not in the book at the moment. Maybe we can add it, but well, I don't know exactly, but probably not one year, one book a year. That will be too much, I think.
I think so. Making a book is a lot of work, especially one this detailed.
It's not about it. It's not too much work when you do it and you have all the stuff already together, and you have only to change a few locations. That's not so many work, but it doesn't make sense to change only 10 new locations. We better we prefer to put them online, for example, and to share it on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, and for free, of course. I think we have to make things right. That's the most important thing.
We read a great interview that you did with legendary Michael Jackson magazine, LMJ magazine in Holland. And on that interview page, there are a lot of brilliant pictures of you with people who knew and worked with Michael. For example, there were pictures with Michael Prince, Lavelle Smith Jr., Jermaine Jackson. How passionate are you both about interacting with people who knew Michael?
As I run the MJ Backstage magazine here in France and Belgium, I have the chance to have some great contact with some of the Jackson family members or Michael Jackson friends, of collaborators. So for me, it's really important, well, as I run the magazine, of course, but as a fan too, to get in touch with these people, because it can help to know Michael Jackson a little bit more, to understand more his life, his heart. So I'm excited to be able to interact sometimes with some people like Jackie Jackson, for example, because I feel his family is also the beginning of everything, as the Jackson 5, for example. And it's interesting, and I had the chance to give the book to the Jacksons when I went to Las Vegas last year. I gave them the French version, so they probably didn't understand nothing. But it was exciting to bring them the work we had worked on. They seems to like the book, so that was exciting. That was exciting. Well, as a fan, of course, it's a great moment to meet those people, to talk about Michael, because of course it's all about Mike Jackson. Well, I like the Jackson family, their music. I'm a fan, so definitely it's great, and it's a chance here. We are exciting. We are excited, sorry, because for the first time the book is in English, so probably they will be able to understand what we do, and that's interesting for us. We would love to have their feedback, for example. With the French version, probably they never read it. So no, it's in English, so we can touch them better with the book.
Well, maybe you can pop over to London for when they're performing at the Hyde Park show they've got coming up in September, and present them with the new English edition.
Yeah, I would love to, but it's not so far from here. But I will not be able to travel to London this time for personal reason. But I'm probably sure that there can be other occasion to travel, probably next year, or I don't know. But I'm waiting that they call me and say, "Come bring the book." Oh, that's a joke.
No, well, they'd be crazy not to, because it's an amazing, amazing book. How can people purchase Traveling with the King, Christophe?
Well, the book is not in bookshops, so people can buy it only online. So we have a website, which is travelingwiththeking.com, or of course on Amazon by searching the name of the book, Traveling with the King. I think the book is on Amazon, Amazon USA, Amazon UK, France, all over Europe. But maybe the more easy way is to go on our website, travelingwiththeking.com.
And how can people contact you and Antoine for in relation to the book, across social media or email?
Yeah, everywhere. we have everything. We have the website, travelingwiththeking.com. We have the email, travelingwiththeking@gmail.com. We have the Twitter account, my MD Guide. What we have? Yes, we have the Facebook page, Traveling with the King. So if they want to find us, I think it's really easy. It's easy as ABC.
And I've got to ask as well. I'm like a huge fan of ebooks. I have an iPad that I love reading my books on when I travel around. Is there going to be a digital ebook version in the future coming out of Traveling with the King?
I think so. At the moment, we are focusing on the paper book because, well, we are in an old country and ebooks are not so popular here at the moment. But definitely, we will do it in ebook. But probably when we have the two versions, the part one and part two, with the wall stuff, and at the moment, probably next year, we will decide to make the ebook. The French version is already on ebook, so you can find it everywhere, but it's in French. But the English version will come probably also on ebook.
Great.
Definitely.
And I'd love to know, would you be able to share with our listeners as well, just your favorite memory of you personally discovering one of the sites you've mentioned in your book for the first time?
I would say, well, it was before I worked on the book, but I would say the Earth property in Encino, the Earth house of the Jackson family. It was 2 years before Michael Jackson passed away. I had the chance to go to California and to enter the house, to visit it. That was crazy because I knew the place on pictures, on video, on TV, but I never went to there, and it was really an incredible experience to enter the place. It was everything was so beautiful. I felt I knew the place, of course, thanks to the picture, but being there, that was so crazy. The fact of being there, the place where Michael Jackson recorded the demo of the songs of Thriller, that was not real. So seeing the garden, seeing the fountain where Michael Jackson recorded the video with Latoya, you know it.
Yes.
That's the unauthorized interview or something. It's often
right,
called.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, with the red shirt.
Yep.
That was incredible. I felt really fortunate to be there. I had a chance to enter and take a drink there and see the office of Joe Jackson, see the theater there. It was like, I don't know exactly, but it was like entering into a part of Michael Jackson's childhood. So that was probably one of my best memories.
What are your thoughts on the recent news stories that the estate are considering opening up Havenhurst and in Encino for like tours of the house?
Yeah. I really don't know what to think about it. It seems when the information came out, it seems like they want to they want that fans forget the Neverland issue. I think the fans would prefer to have a great place like Neverland to see, or something like a museum. Um, I don't really have an idea about opening Earth. Probably it will never happen. I'm not sure, but I feel they want to put a focus on it, and so the people will forget that they are selling Neverland. But I don't know. It's not so big. Earth, it's not a so big house, so people going there. It will never be something like a Graceland for Elvis Presley, for example. It will be really different. People going there, it's interesting to see a kind of stuff, but I don't know really. I'm not sure that it's possible to organize some a real touristic attraction there. So I would prefer to have a real Michael Jackson museum somewhere, maybe in Neverland, or that will be not possible at the moment. But why not in Las Vegas, for example?
So, what are your thoughts on Neverland as an important Michael Jackson site and its current status as being for sale?
That's really too bad. But finally, it's difficult to know what Michael would have loved. Um, I think I don't know what you think about it, but I don't know. Michael Jackson didn't went back to Neverland in his last years. A part of me think that it would have been a great place to make a museum, to open the doors for poor or sick children, and of course for the fans. But I really don't know. Maybe they should create a real museum, a place where people can discover Michael Jackson memorabilia and can enter in Michael's career, in Michael Jackson history. But it's a pity that they are selling Neverland. I don't know what you think about it.
You mentioned before that, like, you have visited outside Neverland, and even there is a feeling that you get about the place and the whole area of even just approaching Neverland, and the sort of environment that you're in with all the valleys and the trees and the farms.
Right.
You sort of get a feeling there that you don't get at, say, Havenhurst, because it's a suburban house in a tiny little sort of street. So yeah, Neverland is a very different place.
Yeah, definitely. It was the world that Michael Jackson wanted to create for himself. The world he decided to live in. So we feel it. I don't know why. I don't know how it can happen, but we really feel something different there.
I think that would have been the perfect place for some sort of museum as well. I think there's no parking at Havenhurst. I don't think how would people even park their cars there to go and do a tour. It's in like a street. There's no parking for lots and lots of cars.
That's right. Yeah. You ever went to Neverland? Or
I
in
have,
front of Neverland? Or...
yes, I've been to the gates of Neverland on Figueroa Mountain Road, and then also circled Neverland in a small aeroplane and got like photos of the ranch. And when I saw it, the amusement park was still there, so the rides were still there when I got to see it.
Oh wow! Oh, great.
But it's an incredible, like it's so big. It's like a whole valley, and yeah, it's just it really feels like Michael. Like when I saw it, he wasn't living there, but you could still feel the essence of Michael everywhere there. Even just at the front gates with the tree, the oak tree, or the sycamore tree at the front gate with the security there and the gates. Like even just at that part, you can feel Michael's essence.
Yeah, really, that's right.
Incredible stuff. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure being able to talk to you today, Christophe. Thank you so much for coming on the MJCast.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure. I hope you understand my bad English.
No, you've got very good English.
Oh yeah, you told me, Jamon, that you speak French, right?
I definitely do not speak French.
I didn't forget.
I said that your English is better than my French, and I've got the worst French in the world because I can't say anything in French. But
but you know the French version of "I Just Can't Stop Loving You," right? You know it.
I definitely do not, but I can see that you've sent us through the French words on how to say that, and I think it's probably time that Q and I have a go at saying some French.
We're going to embarrass ourselves atrociously. Yeah. Do you want me to go first, Jamie?
Well, I can say the first one he sent through. It's like I think it's Jamais Michael Jackson. I don't know what that even means. I don't know what that word means.
Is that
right or not?
Jamais? Jamais Michael Jackson?
That's right. C'est J'aime Michael Jackson.
That means Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. Okay. And then There's
This big long one. I don't
this
know.
one looks difficult. There's an X in there.
I don't think you say the X. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
I know. But it still looks scary. So, je ne
You know,
veux, je ne veux pas la fin de nous.
La fin de nous. Yes, la fin de nous.
Well,
It's like I don't want the end of us. It's not really good French. The translation is, well, I know the woman who wrote the French version, but it's not a good translation in French. It's horrible.
oh, really?
I shouldn't say that, but that's not the good French.
And was that from the song? I Just Can't Stop Loving You.
Yeah, you never heard it?
Yes, I've got there's a French version and a Spanish version as well as the English version. It's actually the song that comes up on my iPod when it shuffles all the tracks. That song comes up the most out of any song. It's always I Just Can't Stop Loving You every time I turn it on. We are able to do a small treat for our fans. We're going to be doing a discount on the book.
Discount. Yeah, right. We do it.
So what we're going to do with the discount is if you guys, if listeners out there want to grab a copy of this book, we highly recommend it because it's an incredible Michael Jackson book.
It's a one of a kind.
Absolutely one of a kind. A great book to travel with when you're getting around the world and you want to check out some Michael Jackson and Jackson's related locations. And to make it even more manageable for you to be able to get the book, we're going to do a special discount just for listeners of the MJCast. If you follow our show notes or the link on our social media, it'll take you to a special page connected with travelingwithaking.com, and if you follow the prompts on that page, you'll be able to get the book at a special discounted price.
And that will run until the 16th of September 2015. So check our website for the link as well as the show notes at themjcast.com and find the link there. But this special offer will only be valid until the 16th of September 2015. And we thank Christophe and Anton very, very much for offering that special offer to our listeners.
No, we thank you. We thank you for taking the time to put an episode of your cast on our book. Really, really appreciate it.
Oh, it's our pleasure. You've probably seen that we've been retweeting a lot of your tweets about the book because you've always got beautiful pictures with your tweets and things like that. And it is such a one-of-a-kind book. There is no other book like this at all. So I've always been like, oh, I'm retweeting this one. So you've probably seen that for quite a few months.
Yeah, and don't stop tweeting.
Oh, we won't. We just love the opportunity of interviewing authors because we know how much putting a Michael Jackson product out as a fan can really be a labor of love. There's often very little monetary reward for doing that kind of work. And it's just a brilliant thing that's been added to the lexicon of Michael Jackson books out there for fans to buy.
Thank you very much.
It's incredible actually thinking how many really good books have been released in, say, the last 5 years or so of Michael Jackson. Growing up, it was always, you'd have maybe the J. Randy Taraborelli book.
Moonwalk,
then Dancing the Dream. You might find a couple of little biographies here and there, especially in the 80s. There were a lot of biographies, but just the quality of books coming out now with the For the Record, Joe Vogel's book and things like this travel book, and then Syl Mortilla's incredible book and Damien Shields' Escape Origins book. There's so many good books.
Yeah, that's right.
We're very lucky now.
Yeah. Christophe, are you much of a reader yourself? Do you like to read Michael Jackson books?
I read Michael Jackson book, of course, when I have the time. For the moment, I'm reading the book of the Bodyguards.
Oh, right.
Oh, yes. Yep, we've spoken about that one.
Yeah, I just began to read it. Well, it's interesting to read. Well, I have only read 100 pages, so I have to read some more. But it's interesting to enter their story. They are talking about the last year of being a bodyguard for Michael Jackson, and they explained finally, it's a little bit sad to read it at the same time, because you feel that Michael Jackson was really alone with his own children at the end of his life. It seems he didn't really wanted to see his family. He was pretty much alone, and it's interesting, but at the same time, you feel a little bit sad about the situation, because you can feel that Michael Jackson didn't trust so many people at the time, and well, I have to finish the book, but it's interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting book. I'm also reading one now. I've gone back and I'm reading for the second time You Are Not Alone, Michael Through a Brother's Eyes by Jermaine Jackson.
I'm reading that too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I started it the other day. That's my second reading of it as well.
Yeah, that's another really great one.
Oh, such a good book.
Yeah, really.
That was a great book from Jermaine.
Yeah, we're very blessed to have so many great books to read.
Well, thanks again so much for joining us, Christophe. And if you could please pass along our thanks to Antoine as well. And we hope that he's well and wish him all the best. But thank him for all of the work that he put into creating such an incredible book as well.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
Christophe, where can fans find you? You mentioned your website before, travelingwithaking.com, but what if they want to connect with you on social media?
The Twitter account is my MG Guide. That's the account, and they can find us on Facebook too, which is we have a page, Traveling with a King, simply Traveling with a King.
And the Twitter account for the magazine?
It's MJ Backstage, and also
Excellent.
on Facebook we have the page MJ Backstage.
Great. Okay, well, again, Christophe, thank you so much for coming on the show. We hope you enjoy the rest of your your night. Hopefully you get a great sleep tonight before your road trip tomorrow.
Yeah, no problem. I will. Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you.
Taking the time.
What a great guy, Christophe. That was so cool, and it was awesome having such a great accent on the show, wasn't it, Jamin?
Oh, I love it when we get international fans, authors, whatever, just people from all around the world. So it's cool to hear somebody French, absolutely. Well, actually, sorry, he's from Belgium, but he speaks French.
Yes, but what an amazing book, and I'm so glad that he was up in the middle of the night for us to talk about it. So we can share that with everyone, because, yeah, it is, like I said 500 times, it is a one-of-a-kind book. There is no other travel book like this.
Definitely. And just like Christophe said on the show just a little bit earlier, he said that a website would be up and running for fans to jump on and purchase his book at a discounted price. To purchase the book, just follow our link in the show notes. You get it €3 cheaper than its regular cost, so €14 instead of 17. Obviously, when you check out through the PayPal system that's on the website, you will get it even cheaper when it converts to your currency as well. Definitely jump on and grab a copy of Travelling with the King at a discounted cost, exclusively for listeners of the MJCast.
Nice one. So we've also got a few little things we want to talk about, because it's Michael Jackson's birthday coming up on the 29th of August, of course, and we asked for some listener submissions, because we really would have loved to have been able to tell everyone about what events are happening around the world for Michael's birthday, organised by fans and fan clubs and groups, so that other fans can join in and participate. So we got 2 submissions, which I was a little bit disappointed by, but hopefully next year more people join in, because, you know, we would love to get more people involved in celebrating Michael Jackson Day. So our first submission was for events across Sydney, and this is a whole Michael Jackson weekend of events all across Sydney. So big thank you to Karen O'Halloran for sending in this submission, and I hope that all our Sydney listeners especially, and maybe even Melbourne, because that's pretty close, can join in with these awesome events, especially the Moonwalker cinema screenings.
Hello there, I'm Karen and I'd just like to tell you about the MJ birthday weekend in Sydney and invite any fans who are either in Sydney or planning on being in Sydney for that weekend to join us at some of the activities that we're organising. One of the ones we are organising is a Michael Jackson dance class. That's going to be at Dance Central on Friday the 28th of August. Dance Central is located very close to Central Station, Level 1, 268 Cleveland Street, Surrey Hills, and the cost is $17 per person. If you're interested in this, please contact Karen at the MJ Book Club Facebook page. Also on Friday the 28th of August, just a couple of hours after the dance class, is the movie Moonwalker. This is being shown at the Hayden Orpheum Picture Palace, which is located at 380 Military Road, Cremorne. The tickets are $20 and you can pre-book them at www.orpheum.com.au. This is a public event and it's a rare chance to see Michael Jackson on the big screen, and it'd be great if all fans went out and supported it. Then on the Saturday, Michael Jackson's actual birthday, there are a whole host of activities ranging from Madame Tussauds to the Locks of Love Memorial Wall at Ballast Point Park. Further information on Saturday's events can be obtained by going to the Michael Jackson Fans of Melbourne Facebook page. On the Sunday, bright and early at 8:30am, there is a Walk the World for Michael event. So that's Sunday the 30th of August. It's around Hyde Park and it starts at Museum Station at 8:30am. It's a 5-kilometre walk which is open to all fitness levels, joining other groups around the world to raise money for Michael Jackson's legacy, MJL, which is a charity run and funded by MJ fans. It costs $5 to walk, or you can ask your friends to sponsor you for $2 per kilometre. If you want any more information about this, please contact Mary at the Michael Jackson Fans of Melbourne Facebook page. The MJ Book Club is going to be also presenting Moonwalker. This is going to be a fan event and it's going to be at the Ultimo Community Centre. A seminar room has been booked there. In addition to Moonwalker, we're going to be showing 20 minutes of the making of Moonwalker, plus a further hour of videos with interviews of authors of other Michael Jackson books. This event only costs $9 and will include light refreshments. Hope to see you there. Again, any more information about this or any of our events, either contact Karen at the MJ Book Club Facebook page or Mary at the Michael Jackson Fans of Melbourne Facebook page. Thanks for your time.
There we are. Thank you, Karen. And we also got another submission from Raquel Choice, who is president of the Michael Jackson's United Nation International Fan Club, which can be found at www.mjsunifc.com. And in Las Vegas, across the weekend of August 28, 29 and 30th, there is the Michael Jackson Fan Convention. And here is Raquel with all of the details.
Hello, this is Raquel, President of Michael Jackson's United Nation International Fan Club. We are hosting our 10th annual Michael Jackson Convention called Invincible on August 28th, 29th, and 30th. Yes, it is a 3-day event held in Las Vegas at the Alexis Park Resort. We are also looking for entertainers and volunteers, so if you are interested to find out more information or to get tickets, please visit us at michaeljacksonfanconvention.com. We're going to have 3 days of activities, games, music, performances, you name it. Everything. We have special guests that will be there. Geraldine Hughes from the book Redemption. Also, we will have Mike Garcia, Michael Jackson's former bodyguard, and we will have Miguel Reyes, one of the dancers from the MJ1 show here in Las Vegas. So it's going to be packed with lots of fun. So we hope to see you very soon. Thank you.
That sounds like a great event, and of course in amazing Vegas, where you could go and see a number of Michael sites and even the One Show. For more information, like mentioned, Michael Jackson fanconvention.com would be the place to head to for tickets for the birthday weekend fan convention celebration.
Thanks for that, Q. And isn't there also something really special happening in Perth shortly?
Yeah, a little thing. Anyway, we're doing a MJ birthday lunch celebration, and that will be at Saturday, August 29th at 12:30, and that's at Fast Eddie's in Perth, which is Perth City, which is 454 Murray Street, Perth, in Western Australia. So at 12:30, we're doing a little lunch. We're suggesting a $10 entry fee to donate to a children's charity, such as the Perth Telethon charity, which Michael actually attended in the 80s when he came over to Perth for the purchase of the Beatles music catalogue. So we're suggesting a $10 entry fee to donate half to that, and also to the Michael Jackson's Legacy charity, which is run by fans and has done some terrific things like the Kindy over in Haiti, I believe it was. So, and maybe bring some spare cash along, as we're going to try and plan to do a MJ trivia or like a little quiz during the lunch meal, and that might be like a gold coin donation to participate in that as well. That is just a voluntary thing. It's not compulsory, but and of course you cover the costs of your own meals and drinks, and it is a licensed venue as well. But we'll be upstairs in the upstairs room. If you can, go to our show notes, and we will share the event, the Facebook event for that, as well as the Sydney event as well, so that you can RSVP, so we can have accurate numbers for both of those. So, but yeah, that's our little birthday lunch in Perth, and I'm really looking forward to that as well. That will be really cool.
Awesome. Catherine Jackson is also doing a special birthday celebration for Michael coming up shortly, August 21st to 22nd, though, in Gary, Indiana, Michael's birthplace, and for all of the Jacksons, actually. It looks really great. She's done it, I think, for a few years in a row now, hosting a celebration in Gary, and every year it keeps getting bigger and stronger and more special. So definitely go if you get a chance, guys. It looks really good. The events include free concerts on both of the days, and I think there's a performer there by the name of Wale, a rapper, very, very famous rapper. It looks really good. There's going to be arcade center, $5,000 MJ dance contest, basketball shooting contest, celebrity beauty bar, free haircuts, face painting, car show, food vendors, and all kinds of different things. So it's going to have, I think, that real festival kind of vibe to it. Some great performances, great MJ vibe. Every other year it's been on, there's been members of the Jackson family there, including Catherine herself, and then of course Michael's children have gone.
I think Catherine said 22 Jacksons will be there this year.
Yeah, it's huge. I'd imagine that that Tito's sons, the 3T boys, will be there, and it looks great. I mean, if I lived in the States, I would definitely be there. To me, this is becoming the central sort of location in the world for celebrating Michael's birthday. And if you're anywhere near here in Indiana, just go, because it's going to be incredible. To find out about it, you just need to go to catherinejackson.org. There's also a bunch of connected social networks that you can check out, and Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Catherine Jackson's on all of those, and we'll put that in the show notes. But if you go to catherinejackson.org, it's a very well-organized website. And if you scroll down to the bottom of the main page, it's even got a Google Maps interactive map where it shows you exactly where you need to be for the celebration. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
That will be really a huge amazing event, and it's Catherine giving back. So it gives back to the children of Gary, Indiana, by sending them back to school with necessary supplies, which is such an amazing gesture and thing to raise money and for charity for.
This is just one of the small reasons why Michael loved his mother so much. I mean, you can just see that she just loves to give back to the community as much as she can. She's really passionate about Gary and giving back. So
I hope it's a huge success. I hope we hear some updates about how it went.
I can't wait to see photos. We can chat about it on the show after it happens. So
that will be very exciting. So yeah, we'll be back with a birthday episode as well on Michael's birthday.
Yeah, we'll have a special episode of the MJCast coming up in a couple of weeks to celebrate Michael's birthday. Can't wait.
Looking forward to it. And looking forward to my little lunch in Perth.
So Q, how can people find out about the MJCast?
So, of course, we are reachable by email at the email that you can reach us at, the mjcast@icloud.com. We're on Facebook as the MJCast. We are on Twitter as the MJCast. We're on Instagram still as the MJCast. You can find us on Tumblr at themjcast.tumblr.com. And we're also on YouTube at youtube.com/plus the MJCast. And Jamin, did you want to talk about YouTube super quick?
Yeah, kind of embarrassing, but there's a reason why we haven't been putting YouTube videos up lately of our episodes.
We got in trouble.
We got a slap on the wrist by YouTube. We'll come clean. We were so excited about Janet Jackson's new single when that snippet of it leaked out before the song came out that we made a little video with the snippet included on YouTube. We weren't actually sure that it was her new single to start with. We just heard this audio and thought we'd put it up to share around, and it turned out that it was her new single. And YouTube kind of jumped on us and said, don't do that again. So we can't actually upload videos longer than 15 minutes for the next 5 months.
Is it 5 months?
Oh, well, it's till December. So I think it lasts till December, and we will from then on be able to have our rights restored on YouTube, and then we'll be able to continue uploading long episodes. There was 2 things they did. They said you can't upload long videos and you can't use cover art anymore. You just have to use a thumbnail from the clip. So what we're going to do when it comes to December, when we can start uploading our episodes again, we're going to backtrack and we're going to put every episode from the time when we couldn't upload them onwards, and we'll get them all up there for you guys to listen to and enjoy.
So yeah, apologies to our YouTube listeners. Hopefully you're listening direct on the website or through a podcast application instead until then. But yeah, sorry for any inconvenience. And Jamin, I hope we've learnt our lesson.
We've definitely learnt our lesson. Sorry, Janet.
Sorry, Janet.
Please still come on the show, maybe.
We love you. Please announce ticket sales for Australian concerts next year, perhaps.
Or China.
You want to go see her in China?
I want to see her in China. I don't think she's performed in China before, so I really, and that's obviously where my wife's from, so we love to go back there as much as possible. But I would.
What if it was Hong Kong?
Same thing.
You'd be happy with Hong Kong?
Yeah, Hong Kong's a part of China, so I would. I've never been there anyway. So.
I imagine she would have performed in Hong Kong before.
Possibly. I haven't done that much research. I know Michael never performed. Oh, hang on. He's been to China, Michael went to China. I don't think he performed on the mainland, but he went to the mainland.
Yes. There's some great photos from that trip in the 80s.
Yeah, and some great video. There's actually a good YouTube clip of him meeting some local Chinese people on the mainland, hanging out like in a random dude's house for whatever reason for a little while. And that guy, he's like super old now, but he's got like photos and stuff. He's like made like a shrine in his house of Michael coming to visit, and he's got like all photos over the wall of when Michael came, and it's pretty cool. I'll see if I can.
I don't think I've ever seen that footage. I've seen pictures but never seen footage.
I'll find you the footage. It's incredible. I'll see if I can link it to you in the show notes, but it literally was like random dude in a house and Michael just comes to visit, and he's never forgotten that and now made a shrine in his house.
I can imagine you would never forget that. That would be amazing.
Can you imagine if Michael Jackson just walked into your house and was like, hey, just hanging out?
faint because I haven't vacuumed. So, and the dishes in the kitchen is an absolute disaster. I would absolutely faint and die.
I don't know if he was much of a cat guy.
Well, I don't know. Like, Paris had a cat.
Oh, really?
And there's, in the MJ Bodyguards book spoke about and there's pictures of like him with cats as a boy, and of course he had his own big cats.
Oh, of course. How could I say MJ's not a cat guy? He had lions. He's the ultimate cat guy.
He's the ultimate cat guy, the Black Panther man.
All right.
Yeah. Cool. Well, it's been a fun episode, and the sun is certainly up now, so the day has begun for us. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you again on Michael Jackson's birthday for our episode then. So until then, Michael on.
And keep Michaeling.